It's your boy T-Boy coming back at y'all with another deck profile. I know I promised y'all this deck profile the last time I took it at my locals, but I just got time consumed and I wasn't really able to get it up to y'all. Plus, not only that, I did actually get it done, but I had a corruption with my data and I lost the video. So with that said, I'm gonna give y'all the new updated list. The reason why I'm bringing y'all this list is because, as y'all know, if y'all haven't seen on my social media, or my social media profiles, your boy had a league challenge yesterday at his locals, which, if y'all don't know what league challenges are, it's basically tournaments so y'all can get points to qualify for Worlds next year. You have to get a grand total of 500 points, which we're going to talk about that in a second. You have to get to a grand total of 500 points to get up into World Championships. And yeah, I have quite the grind this season to do if I'm going to try to make it up, because it's either 500 points or you have to hit first place on one of these events, which I was so close to hitting first place, couldn't quite get it because I got bubbled out because of a draw that I had first round. In my opinion, we actually could have finished the third game in first round, but we just didn't get around to doing it because, yeah, there was just not enough time. By the way, Pokemon, y'all need to change the time restrictions on your matches because 45 minutes is not enough time. At least give us 55 or 50 something, because goddamn, 45 minutes, it is not enough. But took the draw first round, and then I swept all my other rounds. First round was Ancient Box, Dark Roaring Moon Ancient Box. If y'all don't know that deck, it's basically they playing the baby little guys filling up their graveyard, trying to get a bunch of ancients down there, so their baby guy becomes a very heavy swinger. Who was playing against that. Second round was actually my worst nightmare, and I'm surprised I even got it to. I actually got the win off against them. It was Reggie Drago. I wouldn't really say he bricked first game, but he wasn't able to open up the Kieran play. If y'all don't know about that play, can play Pokemon. I don't know what to tell y'all, but he wasn't able to open up the Kieran play and shut down all my Frigibaxes, and I slowly was able to build up my board and then shut him down. Game two, I think he took it, and we therefore had to go into a game three, if I'm not mistaken, and I took the game three. So that was basically essentially my match against Reggie Drago. Third matchup, which was a pretty interesting matchup. It's going to be a story time actually coming from that one, because that was a pretty interesting matchup. Essentially, something happened during game one where flip it. Mini story time within the deck profile. So essentially, what happened was, as we play with our decks and stuff like that, and there's a prize zone over here, and me and Dude were playing. Now, within the rules of playing at the bigger tournaments, you essentially cannot have your prize zone, like if you have all 6 cards out showing your prize cards, you essentially cannot have anything on top of the prize cards. And I just found this out because it is basically obstructing knowledge of the game, I guess is the best way to put it as, because it basically throws the opponent off. They don't know how many prize cards, or they can't see how many prize cards that you have, or they can't gauge on their prize cards. They can't gauge their plays based on your prize cards, if they can't see your prize cards. So my prize cards were covered up, and because me and him were sharing a bag candy, and I had just plopped it down on top of the prize card. So he didn't know what my prize cards were at, and instead of playing a card that he was supposed to play to shut down and lock out my hand, he played a different card, and essentially lost the game. Now, essentially, in my opinion, he should have kept track of the prize cards, because when you're playing this game, that's kind of essentially what you're trying to do. You're trying to make sure you get all your prize cards before your opponent does. But that is just my opinion on that whole scenario. I did end up sweeping him because, like I said, took game one because of that. Took it and then walked into game two, and he essentially, like, I was taking prize cards and I got down to like 2 or 1 prize cards left, and he just essentially just cooped because I guess he was a little annoyed with the fact of what happened in game one. So that all happened, and then game 4 was against my teammate, unfortunately, and I swept him because he wasn't able to open up into his big attack and big swinger. But stuff happens. RNG is definitely a part of the game. Luck is definitely a part of the game. So luck was definitely on my side. But because of that first round draw, I bubbled with, well, not bubbled, but this other guy that took first place. He essentially went almost on, well, I think he did go undefeated. Yeah, he did go undefeated, and he essentially knocked me out of the standings of first place, and I took second place. So, had to take it, but it's whatever. Your boy took second place, got 10 points, and I'm going to continue pushing to Worlds. Now, with all that said, let's get into this deck profile, and I'm not really going to break down all my decisions. I'm just going to try to go through this as fast as possible and then break down like some of my main text or my main decisions of what I was playing in this deck, or some of the main like kind of plays that you want to look out for. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. For the Pokemon, y'all, gotta start out with the Minion V. Self-explanatory. The mini assign, search a supporter, comes in clutch. There's sometimes where you just need to go and grab a supporter. Don't really need to go too much into it. That's sign. Wooden V, +3, amazing. Broken, stupid. Wooden V has to be played. Was playing Manaphy just to stop Greninja, because Greninja has an attack that could snipe out the bench, and this stops Greninja. Plus to also stop Karen, because Karen also has an attack that snipes out the bench and just blocks the bench from being hit. So that's Manaphy. Iron Bundle brings up stuff on the bench, like say if you get to late game and you have to take one more prize card, this is amazing to just flush something up for the bench and just take that prize card. So explanatory. Radiant Greninja plus draw power, and Moonlight Shuriken comes up a lot because you can snipe out them. So that comes up a lot. Excuse that, y'all. Sorry about that. Backscalibers, main power of the deck. Have to have this thing sitting on the bench. If you don't have this on the bench, you're not doing anything. This literally gets all your water energy out to your Pokemon and allows you to attack and continue to swing like turn 1, 2, 3, 4. It allows you to essentially swing back to back with Super Code. The Frigibax's lineup, I have 160 and then I have 270s. The 160 is just for random shits and giggles because I love the art on this card. There's 270s are for so I don't get sniped by Kyurem, and for other stuff that snipes the bench for like 60. For example, Dragon Pole that does 200 to the active, then 60 to the bench. Yeah, we're not getting sniped, boys. Another draw power in this deck. The Dunsparce. This thing, I don't care what anybody says in this game right now, but Barrel is not the way to go for this deck. The Dunsparce is beyond broken and stupid, because what this thing does is if you have these 2 worms sitting on the bench, you can literally go evolved. It frees up your bench, plus you get a +3, and plus everything just gets shuffled back to the deck. So let's say, for example, you have 2 of these sitting on the bench. Go next turn, drop 2 of these, go runaway draw, +3. Go runaway draw, +6. And then both of these are back into your deck. And then you just buddy powerful, get these back. It's consistency, it's a bunch of draw power, like literally you can consistently have these things sitting on the bench and you can consistently, you know, sit there, runaway draw, +3, +6, whatever you need to do, and draw into all the items that you need to get. So that's just for consistency and to draw on into all your items that you need to get for the deck. The one of iron hands, because you know, one prize decks are a thing, and fuck all those one prize decks. Thank you very much. I am killing y'all. I'm still taking my 2 prizes, so y'all ain't doing shit. And then big boy of the deck, Chein-Pao. Y'all already know what this thing. Chivalry Chill, stupid. There was a play that I made that day where I said Chivalry Chill once, and then I went Prime Catcher, and I had another one of these sitting on the bench. I highly do not edge 2 of these, but it was just for the one-off play. Like, I Chivalry Chilled, and then Prime Catcher, switched up, Chivalry Chilled again, brought up more energy, and I was able to find the energy map that I needed for the Pokemon that I was facing. So there are times where 2 comes up, but most likely you are putting 1 in the active, putting 1 on bench. So that is all the Pokemon for the deck. Energy cost 1 lightning, because y'all know your boy Iron Hands needs that 1 lightning. So, and then we got 4, 8 water. Only need 8 water, 9 doing too much, 7 doing too less. 8 is the perfect number for this deck. That is the energy cost for this deck. Stadiums, only need 2 Pokestop. Now I've seen people playing 3 and I've seen people playing 4, and in my opinion that's just doing way too much. You should only need 2 plus Pokestop. Always remember this card is a gamble, because there is times where you can Pokestop and you can sit there and put your back Scaliburs into the graveyard, and guess what? Now you can't backs, now you can't super go. So keep that in mind. This is always a gamble card, but sometimes it will come in clutch. Like there were times, well actually there was quite a few times where that day I'm in Pokestop and hit 3 items, and it was just retarded, and my opponent's just sitting there, you must be the luckiest person today. I'm just like, yeah, I'm hitting everything today. And they're just like, yep. So remember, this is a gamble, plus it could also be very lucky. For Pokemon tools, 1 bravery charm, because there are times where people are going to try to go through your Chein-Pao in 1 shot, so you just put this down on there. Like there was a time during that tournament. It was against the ancient player. He was trying to match math to try to shut down my Chein-Pao, and he for a split second forgot this was on the Chein-Pao, and he was like, all right. So I finally got my 220, and I'm like, remember, he's sitting at 270. He was like, oh yeah, because you got that bravery charm. And he was just like, well, I guess I'm only doing 220. And he wasn't able to do the knockout. So did the 220. He was Chein-Pao was sitting at 50. Literally passed, and I was like, all right, cool. I was able to swing again. Very powerful. 4 Seal Stone. Self-explanatory. 1, I'm not playing 2. I'm not scared of prizing this thing. It has never come up. I have never seen this. Okay, once it has gotten prized, but out of all the time that I've been playing this deck, I've only seen this thing prized once. Doesn't really hurt you if it gets prized. Like I said, you have a bunch of search power within this deck to get the rest of your stuff out. So 4 Seal Stone plus the minion V, Golden Beam. You got 2 options to go and attach it to there. So that's 4 Seal Stone, y'all. Let's get into the items. The main chunk of the deck. 1 Heavy Ball. Y'all know what this does. Grab a Pokemon out your prize. Self-explanatory, basics. Earthen Vessel. Grab 2 waters. There are times y'all are not going to be able to Chivalry Chill. Like for example, there are Pokemon in this game like Fluttermane and Another card that shuts down Shivery Chill. So sometimes you gotta just go straight plow through the earthen vessel to get to your water energy to kill the thing that's inactive, that's shutting down the ability. So this do come in handy. Canceling club. I don't even have to explain this. Same reason. Iron Thorns, and Flutter Mane. Kill those two, or the last one, Mana Fee. This also kills. If you can get to their Mana Fee, pull any of them up, canceling clone, they're not doing shit. The ability is just off, and you can just go plus from there. Prime Catcher, explanatory aspect that's played in a lot of decks, especially this one, because we need to Prime Catcher people. One Super Rod. Luckily, this did not bite my ass in this tournament because I thought I was playing. I thought I should have been playing too. Oh, y'all about to see why I took one of them out in a second. But Super Rod, grab the energy, grab Pokemon. Y'all know what to do. And for the one Super Rod that I took out, I played Night Stretcher. Now this card right here is stupid. Either grab a basic energy or Pokemon out of your discard, and that can go for any Pokemon. Doesn't matter if it's stage 1, stage 2, evolution, blah blah blah. It can grab anything. So that is pretty heavy. And there's times when Chein-Pao or Iron Hands are sitting in the graveyard. Or, for example, let's say you Ultra Ball and you had to pitch at the Dunsparce. You don't want this thing sitting in the graveyard, so you can Night Stretcher it back into your hand, spit it back to the deck. Pretty good. Night Stretcher, okay. It needs to be played in this deck from here on out. Would I consider bumping this up to 2? Maybe in testing, but I don't think never in tournaments where I consider bumping this up to 2. The one is good. Rare Candy, self-explanatory, Backscalibur. Yeah, this is your thing for Backscalibur. Plus, there's times where you could actually pitch this. If you know you're in a state where your Backscalibur is not going to be a threat to being killed, you could pitch these. But y'all know what the Rare Candy do? Beautiful candies. Ultra Balls. I was pain capturing Aroma. That is a solid card. I will not lie. It's a solid card. The only reason why, and this was literally a last minute change before I entered the tournament. The only reason why I switched from capturing to Ultra Ball is because, yes, you have to pitch 2 for Ultra Ball, but you get a solid whatever you want, whatever Pokemon you want out of your deck if you need it for whatever scenario. And capturing Aroma, the trade-off that you get with that is, yes, you could get evolution or a basic, but it's either one or the other, and there's times where you need one or the other, and you will hit either heads or tails, and you're not the one that you want, and you're just like, well, fuck, I can't get the card that I need. Fuck all of that. Ultra Ball, get straight to the card. And another thing about playing this, just keep track of resources. If you're playing this, just keep track of resources. That's all. Nest Ball, grab basics, self-explanatory setup. I actually, during the tournament, there was a play that I made where I doubled Nest Ball into 2 Frigibaxes because I was just like, bro, I need to get a Frigibax out. Otherwise, I'm not going to be sitting here super coated, sitting here swinging every turn. And I was like, fuck it. Am I going to Nest Ball into the Frigibaxes? This hand said yeah. I was like, so, gotta do it. So I double Nest Ball, 2 Frigibaxes. Got my Backscalibur, proceeded to swing. So yeah, Nest Ball comes in clutch. Y'all know what it does. Very good card. Other card that searches all your small guys out is the big one. Buddy Poffin. This search, y'all know what it does. Does 2 the Dunsparce or the Frigibaxes, or this guy actually hit Mana Fee too. So it all depends on what you need in the situation. Buddy Poffin, y'all know what it do. And then the last card, the last 4 cards, well, 4 items at least. Superior Energy Retrieval. Very busted card. Gets energy back from the grave. This is literally the only way Chein-Pao is able to put up swings every. swings every turn, or Jesus Christ, swings every turn, or Radiant Greninja is able to do swings every turn. You just superior energy retrieval every time you dump energy, and then you just grab it all back with superior. So yeah, a superior energy retrieval. Final slot of cards for this deck. We got, y'all know it, Quad Irida, self-explanatory, grab a water, grab an item, there's times, grab back Scalper, card is broken. Arvin, yes, because Chein-Pao is now playing Arvin. This comes up in clutch sometimes, but sometimes you need to just grab a tool like Forest Seal Stone, or sometimes you need to just grab that item like freaking. There was a lot of times that day I just Arvin just to grab the Pine Catcher because I really needed a Pine Catcher to pull off something that was off on their bench. And then the last two supporters, Boss's Orders. I'm specifically playing this one because my dude has orange hair. Come on. And his orange hair is solid, bro. Like, that art is solid. Y'all can give me that. He looks solid. Plus, his name is Lysander. Give him that. Playing that art. And then last card, not release, Silene. Now, this bitch right here actually came in clutch because there was 3 times I played this bitch, and out of the 3 times, 2 of the times I hit double heads, and she stacks your deck, basically putting up anything from your graveyard and putting it straight on top of your deck. And then there was the one time that I hit the 1 head, and I was just like, the 2 times that I hit the double heads, I was just like, wow, that is really fucking unfortunate. Because I only need 1, because I'm only going 1. Usually when I'm playing Silene, I'm only going for 1 card. It's Pine Catcher. But there was a time that I actually had to grab another energy just to put up enough energy on Chein-Pao just to hit a Pokemon. I was sitting at like 330 health, and I was just like, fuck, I cannot match the math right now because I only had 5 energy in my hand, and that equals 300. And there was another energy in the graveyard, and I was just like, I have no way to fish this bitch out. And I was just like, all right, Silene, show me what you're about. Play the card, literally hit 2 heads, and I was just like, oh my god, this bitch just saved me. Because I stacked the water energy, went fucking, what did I do to draw it into the bitch? I forgot exactly what I did to draw it. Oh, the Dunsparce. Runaway draw, and drew straight into the bitch, and dropped the last energy, and was able to go swing and put up the final math. And he was just like, yeah, that is unfortunate that you hit both heads on that Silene. And I was just like, yep, it's pretty broken. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this deck profile. I really love playing this. I can't wait till y'all see the deck that I'm going to be playing within 3 weeks, because the next 2 weeks is going to be pre-release, and we can't play our normal deck, so I have to play like building battle decks. So I'm gonna have to play those for the next 2 weeks for Stellar Crown. But the 3rd week, y'all, I'm playing a new deck, and I can't wait to see what I do with that deck. Because after I see what I do with that deck, I will be bringing a list to y'all. And here's a little hint for y'all. He's a dark dog. So get ready, y'all. Get soon. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.